Why the graveyard trays?
Well, I'm gonna say because it was like, you know, because, well, like I say, I hung out with the West LAs, the Marvins, the PBGs, and all them, and they had 3 times. So you know what I'm saying. And then it was a Virginia Park little thing right there, and that's where it all started. We started putting 3 times behind our shit too. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to put the GYGC shit like the youngsters got now. You know what I mean? So it was always 3 times gangsters, but like I said, we wasn't with that movement. We was West LA movement.
Did Insane from PBG have a hand in you guys becoming 3 times?
I wouldn't say, well, he was the influence of it, I would say, because, you know, like I say, them dudes used to write it, and, you know, I had a homie, Tonton, used to, you know how you grow up, and you got certain people that just write real good on the wall, so every time he would write niggas' name or write the hood, he would put 3 times behind it.
For the dime moves and the lokes, for the 6-4s on spokes, for the OGs that did a dime, came back around on parole, for the homegirls with the scrap game, lil' homies that gang bang, from Pelican Bay to YA, rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you've been through, shit you had to go tend to. Your mama gave birth on the turf. I
was the founder. I created Conan Pocket in my mother's garage.
I had a lot of, you know, lifting weights, and I was on swole. They start calling me Big Miz.
Original Stutter Box, Eastside 5, who's Pebble on Bishop, Mill City Gangster Bloods.
Yeah, make video, you know, this is for sure, Yeah, make video, open your soul.
This is the beginning.
So that's crazy. You had good relationships with the homies in prison. You had good relationships with the homies on 58th.
And still got good relationship.
And still got good relationship with them.
Yeah.
But your gang is Nap Bashers.
Yeah, man.
Explain that.
I can't explain it. It is crazy. It is real crazy. I can't really explain. I forgot about my boy Banker T, rest in peace too. Big Banker and Little Banker.
Give us a roll call of some of the 8-Tray gangsters you was locked up.
Oh man, what's his name? Was Melvin Farmer Skull? He was crazy ass. Shag. Ace Bone.
Stop. He went out again, Mac. Is it a battery?
Jimmy Tucker. Big Devil.
Oh, you was in there with some hitters.
Yeah, man.
I think those are all the subjects we missed, Mac, unless you got some...
I wanted to hear more about the relationship with Marvin.
Scott Dog for Marvin was kind of like, you know what I mean?
Well, tell us the history behind your relationship with the Marvin Gangsters. What's that about?
Well, when I was going to junior high school, John Adams over here, I got a god brother that I grew up with, used to live out here on 18th, and Earn Dog, you know, and he moved over there to Marvin, and I spent like summers over this guy's house, and like I used to go places with him, and I would run into some guys, and it was like another guy that was from there was Scott Dog. He was like an influence too. He lived right directly across the street from Earn Dog, you know what I mean? Kind of big, stocky guy, you know what I'm saying? But that's all the name you used to hear was him, you know, Scott Dog, and I used to kind of like idolize him a little bit too. I used to see him, and that's all I used to hear was about Scott Dog. But that's how I learned about all that area over there with PBG and Marvin's, Earn Dog from Marvin, and Insane from PBG. So I knew them, and I just used to go from one area to the next, It's in walking distance, you know what I mean?
Did you ever attend school with any Marvins?
No, I went to school out here. Earn Dog would get bussed all the way out here.
Tell us about the beef between Grave Yard and the Santa Monica 17th Street. When did that happen, and why did you guys fall out?
I don't...
Knowing that you guys lived together, played Little League together, ate at each other's houses. How can a relationship like that fall apart into a semi-racial gang war?
I couldn't really tell you too much about that at the time because I was in jail. I was incarcerated when it came about. You know what I mean? And I never really inquired. The one that really can tell you about that is my homie Baby Satch. You know what I'm saying? But I think it got a lot to do with, you know, the how would I say? How it always start, man. Behind some, you know, they girls, I guess. You know, because most of the homies got babies, but their generation got babies by most of these Mexican girls out here.
So you don't tie the Graveyard and Santa Monica beef to prison politics spilling onto the streets?
You know, well, it did take it to another level like that because my brother, he's I got a guy, man, up in there, Victor Gallegos, man. They call him Psycho. That's my brother's ex-brother-in-law. And, you know, he been in jail shit since, like, fuck, I think it was 80, 85, 84. They knocked down 2 Sawtells. And, you know, he got a lot of influence. He runs the whole West LA car, meaning Culver City, Venice, Inglewood, all that shit. He runs it all in the pen. He been in there forever. And kind of like came a little about it, certain ones on the street like that out here. Yeah, I would say that.
So let me ask you something. Around 1994, 1993, 1994-ish, around that time, I guess what they call the Four Corners, Mac? The Four Corners, Sawtell, Santa Monica, Venice, and Culver City Mexican gangs teamed up against the Venice Shoreline Crips. Did the Graveyards get pulled into that situation, or you guys sat that one out?
Well, we set that out.
What can you tell us about your homeboy Cash? Rest in peace. Who was this guy?
Oh, Tim. Well, he was a lovable, likable guy. I know from what I hear, understand. I didn't really get to. I got out and I met him and kicked it with him a few times. He was a likable and respectable youngster. You know, pretty boy. He had hands though. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people feared from him. He had hands. And I don't know. You know, like I say, when he got killed, I was gone. You know what I'm saying? I was always, I think I was in, where was I when he got killed? Shit, I think I was out of town somewhere. I think I was in Louisiana or somewhere.
Did he get caught up in that Santa Monica Graveyard beef? Is that what it was behind?
No. He got killed in, you know, he got killed in West Boulevard hood. And they swearing the West Boulevards did it. The homies think the West Boulevards did it. I be telling these young dudes, just because a person got killed in somebody else's hood don't mean that they did it. Could have been somebody else and slept through that motherfucker and caught him slipping. You know what I mean?
Right. Mistaking him as a West Boulevard.
Yeah. But I heard he had put some hands on somebody. It was behind some broad or something because he was doing some pimping shit too. You know what I'm saying? Plus he was fucking up too. That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. He was a cool. Little time I know him, he was a solid little youngster. You know what I mean? But his name was ringing the bell.
That's pretty much everything that we missed, man. Unless you got something popping in your head. Anything you want to break down for us, buddy? Anything you might think we missed?
Rumbles on Santa Monica Beach.
Oh.
Or at the pier.
Did you guys have issue with outside gangs coming into Santa Monica?
If you down on the pier, yeah. It would trip, yeah. We would trip. We got into it with some Bloods one night down there. You know, because back then, you know, that's when you're parking lot, you can just pull in the parking lot down there. There used to be people from all over the place down there at night, especially late at night, 10, 11. Hell yeah.
So how the Venice shorelines locked down their boardwalk, you guys attempted to do the same thing with the pier, or it was whatever?
It's whatever, you know what I'm saying? Most of the Mexicans was hanging down at the pier doing that shit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the homies, we didn't really fuck with the pier like that.
What's the relationship with the Mexicans now? Because we in a contested park, right?
Yeah.
Both y'all claim this park that we had, right?
I don't think they claim this park no more. They used to be here. They don't hang out no more over here no more though. Since the homies smashed them right there, they don't hang out no more. And then, you know, the shoreline, well, you know, they come up here and gun one of them down up in here that time, you know what I mean? So, what's some bullshit, man? Trust and believe, it's a whole bunch of bullshit, man. You know, and that shit was crazy. Motherfucker get killed for nothing, man, you know? Didn't have nothing to do with it.
Where we at today, D Loc? What you doing positive in your community or where
In your life.
you up at?
Well, shit, man. To be honest with you, I've been out 15 years, man. Going on 15 years. Oh yeah, no, I was trying to say. Yeah, I've been out 15 years, going on 15 years, and it's a blessing, man. You know, I got all these damn kids I'm taking care of. You know, baby mamas don't deal with me. They can't stand me, and I can't stand them. You know, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, like I seen Deion Sanders the other day say, I ain't a baby daddy, I'm a father. You feel me? It's a difference. You know what I mean? And I drive limousines. That's why you see me in this suit. Ain't nobody ever seen me in a motherfucking suit or hard shoes. I don't do them. You know what I mean? But people see me in, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, man, on my grown man shit. You know, staying out the way, man. You know what I mean? And then some of my young homies, they want me to like, you know, they used to hear stories when I used to push politics real tough, and they kind of want me to get that going again. You know what I'm saying? Just how the hood is with it. It's like way toe up. You know what I mean? The youngsters is running around with their heads cut off. You know what I mean?
How did your hood take to the first interview with you and Ghost? Was there any blowback, praise? What was the situation?
Oh, they was like a lot of them. It was good. It was cool. And you know, people gonna bash you whether you're doing good or you're doing bad. You know, but one thing about it, they ain't gonna bring it to me though. You know what I'm saying? But everything I spoke on, I spoke to real, and they know that a lot of people. It was something. How would you say? It was a learning experience for them. History they did not know of. That's all I get. He was like, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. I get a lot of that from some of them, people my age and some of, you know, my younger homies. A lot of them, they didn't know none of that.
Wow, so a lot of your homeboys didn't know you guys were Virginia Park playboys?
A lot of them, nah. But, you know, the generation like my little brother's like, I'm 57, so the dudes that's like 50, yeah, they knew. Some of them knew. C-Mo, my homie Dink, C-Mo, Bill, you know what I'm saying? Ken Dog, rest in peace, Droop, all them. Slip, Mouse. My brother Boodog, all them knew, you know what I'm saying? Because they used to be up here. I used to run them niggas away from the park. They was too little to be hanging out here back then.
How long did Virginia Park playboys last? Was it a year, 2 years, a couple months?
I would say probably, I'd say less than a year, man. It didn't, you know, that was just like, that wasn't that. You know, it was just something to do because back then, you know, everybody, you know, how would you put it? Back then, when people was wearing golf hats, motherfuckers had Playboy bunnies everywhere too, you know what I'm saying? I used to have a girl and a guy on my big old ghetto blast. I got one on my arm. My nickname was Playboy D, you know what I'm saying? At one time, because I had all the girls from here to Compton, you know what I mean? And the essays, I forgot about that. It sounded like I said, my relationship with the Mexicans growing up was so tight back then, they the ones gave me my nickname. Like I said, my nickname used to be Playboy D, you know what I'm saying? Then they start calling me D Loco, but I took the O off and kept it as the C. You know what I'm saying? But they was the one named me D Loco. Because every time they get into it and they see me, I had their back and they had mine. You know, if it was, you know what I mean? It was always like that. But now this shit going on, I don't know. But like I tell my homies, y'all sitting up here, if this your enemy, but there ain't no funerals. You know where the funerals at? Ain't no car washes or nothing. But these guys, you know, it's like you coming, to me it's just like you coming out of cell in the prison and you know it's on. But, you know, you'll take off when you see this and that or whatever. They'll write this or write that or whatever. Come on, man.
Do you have any communications with any of the Santa Monicas?
The essays?
Right now to this day?
No, I don't. Like the older ones that's my age, they like gone. You know, I see a couple of them out here that's, you know, they they on drugs, so they ain't, you know, they folks don't, you know, don't look at them like that, you know. So, but I know if Benny was around this motherfucker, some of them, because when I got out from doing that time, the police that got at me was like, yeah, man, I heard about you and this and that or whatever, such and such. He tried to get me to go talk to some dude. I said, how old is he? He was like 35. I said, oh, I don't know him. Some dude in there would say, I don't know him. He's a kid. I don't know him. I can't talk to him. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, there's a big disconnect between the graveyards and the Santa Monica right now, right?
Yeah.
There's none of that growing up elementary school and knowing each other as far as that.
No, because my generation and the one under me, my brother's age and shit, my little brother, like the ones that's 50, 51, those people, they still tight. Ain't no problems with none of that. They still hang out with them and do whatever with them. You know what I'm saying? My homies still do that. Some of the youngsters don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But they respect it though. Motherfucker, this was going on way before. Y'all don't even, you know, what is y'all fighting for? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I said.
When y'all was at Santa Monica High, what was the scene like at Santa Monica High back then? As far as the races, the gangs, the groups, the cliques, what was going on the campus when you went there?
Well, shit, you know, they had us, and they had like they said, they had the little posers, the punk rockers, you know what I'm saying? And then you had the Santa Monica 17th Streets. You know what I'm saying?
Did the Robert Downey Jr. and that whole rich crowd, did they mingle with you guys, or they had their own little side cliques?
They had their own little cliques, you know what I'm saying? They'll come through when they want to, you know, purchase something illegal or something, you know? Street shit, you know?
Virginia Park Playboys, that's kind of a hard name. I wonder why y'all changed it from that to Grave Yard. Y'all could have kind of ran with that.
Yeah. Shoulda. Shoulda.
It's raining.
I'm just trying to fill in the blanks, man.
Oh yeah, you got to put some on that motherfucker. That's crazy how the ranges come in like that, man.
At 100 degrees.
Man, yeah. This time
Put that
I want a picture with D LOC.
Huh?
I want a picture with D LOC.
You want a picture with D LOC?
Yeah.
Man, I want to represent y'all right, so I apologize.
Oh man, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. I appreciate, you know, for like I say.
You know, I wanted to say, we get that from almost every interview where that sets younger homies be like, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We get that a lot. Grab the time right from.
Oh.
So these dudes from your
Sitting reminiscing about the days of way back. Big kid dollar folders, gun holders with the gym of the rollers. Keep taking this a fire, but this don't shit. Don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Rich, with the color handkerchief hanging up my back pocket. Sitting reminiscing about the days of way back. Rich rolling, never strolling. Same niggas come, the same niggas go. Rich rolling, never strolling. Keep it holding. Keep it rich rolling. Keep it rich rolling. Keep it rich rolling. It don't make dollars, it don't make sense. With the color handkerchief hanging up my back pocket. Keep it rich rolling. Keep it rich rolling. Don't make dollars.